What's going on, everybody? This is Bad Billy from Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, not too long ago, I got a phone call from a friend of mine in Boise, Idaho, telling me that he saw one of the sickest and most vile videos to ever hit the internet. It's called Three Men and One Hammer. And he told me that if I'm going to watch this, to be prepared, to have a strong stomach, make sure I didn't get done eating or whatever I had for lunch, dinner, or breakfast is just going to come right back up. It's like, so, I'm definitely curious about this. Make sure I didn't eat anything. And first I went to YouTube and just like Two Girls and One Cup, there's a bunch of reaction videos to this. you know, and I started watching some of the reactions first, and the first reaction I saw was from some 10-year-old kid who seemed to have a sincere heart about the whole situation, but honestly, your parents should have been there and you should not have seen this bullshit. Then of course there's other guys, they're like, oh my god, and they're laughing about it, and I'm sorry, but you're just as sick as the sons of bitches back in Russia that made this video, you pieces of shit. And one girl, ooh, that's gross. That's all you can say about a human being murdered? Well, so after seeing all this is when I actually went to the link to watch it. And I expected something very violent, something very horrific, something sickening. And all those words I'm saying to describe this are understatements, because what I saw, I don't think there is a word to describe what I saw. I'm not sickened by this. Well, no, I take that back. I'm sorry. I am sickened by this, but most of all, I'm angered by what I saw. I'm disgusted. I can't believe that somebody would do this to another human being. These kids in Russia, Ukraine, or wherever, somewhere in that region, as young as 19 years old. Well, the video starts out there. This man's already a bloody pulp, needs medical attention badly, and he'd be lucky if he survived it. Oh, and on a side note too, this poor man by the name of Sergey, don't know his last name, I understand had just won a bout with cancer. But here come these pieces of shit to finish the job that a deadly disease called cancer couldn't do to this man. Shows them beating on him with, he's got something on his chest to start with, looked like something like a toolbox. And they're beating on him with some kind of object. Then they go get a screwdriver. They gouge his eyes out with the screwdriver, and they're smiling as they're doing it. Then they're stabbing him in the stomach. This guy's got his, foot on it, on his stomach, and they're laughing and taking pride in what they're doing. They just think everything they're doing is great. These sick pieces of shit. Yeah, and I guess they're saying something in Russian as they stab him in the stomach, which later trends out to as they're laughing and joking. Oh, I guess he's having a fucked up day. They're stabbing him in the stomach, and they gouge out his eyes with that screwdriver. And you can hear the man, he's gurgling. His breathing is so fucked up, he's gurgling. The poor guy. Before they finally take a hammer and hit him in the head and finish the fucking job. And they think what they're doing is something spectacular. Well, and all they get is life in prison. I guess they don't have, I don't know, I guess Russia really needs to work on their justice system. because I guess depending on the state, if that was done here in the U.S., you guarantee these pieces of shit would be getting the death penalty. I know 100 years ago, hell, they wouldn't, after the trial was over, they, this happened at the time the Old West, they wouldn't wait so many years or days or whatever. They'd have hung these bastards. However, I think the perfect punishment for these sick pieces of shit, well, all I can say is ask back in the 1400s, I'd say Prince Vlad Dracul III of Romania would have had the perfect punishment for these 3 sick sons of bitches. Oh, wait a minute. Since they are in prison, maybe they'll get a little bit of what they deserve. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that some pissed off inmate is definitely going to impale them on a daily basis. Not quite like Vlad the Impaler did, but nonetheless, getting impaled, I hope they're getting that every fucking day. These sick pieces of shit. And my heart goes out to Sergei's family. I just can't believe that you had to lose a family member in this fashion. I mean, what a horrible fucking way to die. And I'm going to conclude by saying this. A lot of the YouTube videos are saying, advising, do not watch 3 Men and 1 Hammer. And I'm going to echo that. However, if you're curious as I am as what's in it, be prepared, because this video is not for the faint of heart. I'd hope by listening to me and listening to everything I'm explaining, that would give you the motive not to go watch this. Because everything I'm explaining is what's in it. This poor man's bloodied up and tortured to death with a screwdriver, hammer, and some other blunt object, as these guys are taking pride in what they're doing. And from what I understand, they killed 20 other people too. So, I have once again echoed that. I recommend you do not watch 3 Men and 1 Hammer. But if you're going to, listen to my words in this video and know what to expect. This is Bad Billy from Las Vegas, signing out.